Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the end of March. We're getting through the school year here pretty quickly, counting down. A little less than 40 days less than a school year, which is exciting for a lot of people and certainly a little fearful for others because there's a lot of work that needs to get done. So yeah, we had a big event this week with the student walkout. I want to thank everybody who was really taking that seriously and making sure we had folks outside and inside to make sure our kids were safe. I did want to dispel a few rumors with that. We did have employees actually posting on Facebook that they felt like the district was sponsoring the event. I want to make it very clear we were not actually sponsoring any event. We were just notified by some kids that they were going to do this, and our goal was really to maintain safety for our children. We had no idea how many kids were going to walk out. We didn't have any real information about any of the content other than the fact that they were going to be mourning the lives of the kids that lost their lives in Florida. But other than that, our real goal was just to maintain safety. You know, we're talking to these kids a lot about voice and choice and agency, and you know, they felt like it was part of their learning to go ahead and do this. Now, we really try to encourage kids to stay in classes and do the things they need to do because we know time is precious, but we also know there's times when kids are going to make choices, and as a school system, we just want to make sure they're safe. So I want to encourage anybody out there who is wondering about that or thinking they needed to let other people know their view. That's great, but please check in and make sure you have all the facts before you do that. That would be super helpful. Other thing is there's some rumors going around. We're making changes at the building level, and those aren't rumors, those are facts. We have been working with staffs all year, some a little bit more earlier than later, trying to really make sure that we have leadership in place at buildings that are really going to move our mission and our vision forward. And so there will be some changes in staffing at buildings and administrative staffing at buildings. That's also coming through all of our hiring. So as we move forward with our model, and that's going to create some spaces inside of our system. You know, one of the things I would encourage is we have a lot of APs who have been in our system for quite a while that you look at stepping up and becoming principals, because you know, one of the reasons we have an AP position in a school is really to develop leadership. And if we can't have folks stepping up to be principals through those, we got to figure out ways to either hire externally or do different ways of hiring. So it's really important that we have all of our leadership programs and folks stepping up to be supportive of APs and principalship. So keep that in mind and know that that isn't a rumor. We're making changes here and there, and we're doing it for the benefit of children. So another thing that we heard the other day is that people were getting concerned that Safe to Tell is becoming a place where kids are just sending in a lot of fake type of events to get out of school. We've run some data on this. We've checked this out. Both Tim and Kat have looked at this, and really we're looking at about 3% of the entire amount of Safe to Tell tips, and that's out of about a 400 N number, have been false reporting. The rest of those are all actually very real tips, and in fact we know for a fact that some of these tips have saved children's lives. So we really encourage people to use Safe to Tell. We need to talk to kids about, you know, please don't false report, because it does use a lot of resources, sends a lot of panic around our system and in schools with kids. So we need to talk to kids about how to use that properly, but it is a huge tool that we really need to be looking at as a benefit and can save lives. So it's really important. The other thing too, Tim Leon is working on setting up a safety committee right now to really look at how we support schools in safety and making sure our kids are safe. We'll be looking at all aspects of school safety and what we can do around training, what we can do around facilities. They're going to start meeting here towards the end of this month, beginning of April. So look for information coming out from that committee. I know one of the things that's really important is when we do practice lockdowns that everybody actually participates. We've had instances where staff really either refuse or just don't want to participate in these kind of drills. You know, I'm not usually that ogre type guy, but I will tell you that these are so important to the safety of our kids that those are really a violation of our code of conduct when you aren't doing those things. So please take those seriously. Do your part. When we have a lockdown drill or an evacuation drill or a fire drill, take those very seriously, because lives do matter. And like out in Fruita, you know, people didn't know if that was real or if that was a drill, but we took that very seriously because of the tips we had. And I tell you, the Fruita 8-9 and Fruita Monument did a great job in their processes of keeping kids safe, but that's because everybody took it seriously. So please do that across our district. That's really important. I just want to close with a big thank you. We're 3/4 of the way through the year. It's been a long year, a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, obviously some serious changes in our system. But as we finish out a year, stay strong, keep kids focused. An old superintendent here used to say, keep the main thing, and that's learning. And if we can do that, we're going to finish the year strong. Our kids are going to do well. Looking forward to graduations, looking forward to the end of the year when kids are celebrating that time when they're moving on to that next level, and or going on to college or careers. So it is an exciting time, and it's all about the work that people put in from the classroom to across our system, and it's really important. And as we close out the end of the year, what you're going to start seeing is all of our maintenance guys getting ready to take on $55 million worth of work this summer to make our buildings safer, keep all of you safe, keep them healthy. So as soon as we're done on that last day of school and those doors shut, have a good summer vacation, because I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a lot of people in those buildings, and probably a lot of them aren't going to be all that accessible. So just know that we're going to be getting a lot of work done in a short amount of time. And it'd probably be a good idea just kind of stay out of the way. So if you have summer work to do, take it home with you, because it's going to be tough to actually get you back in a building when we're essentially tearing a lot of them apart. So thank you so much. It's a rainy day today, so you'll know which day it is, which is kind of nice out there to get some rain in our valley. But it seems like every day is a sunny day when we're around kids. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.